Well, ho, 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 and welcome to our second of only 4 Christmas live streams we're doing in December. I, of course, am Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you from an undisclosed location someplace in the North Pole. I hope you're all having an absolutely wonderful evening. It's good to see you all again. Hello, Zachary, Melvin, Kanek, and Kabuki Kid. Anybody else lurking out there in the audience, pop in and say hi. Gary Bove, good to see you. I hope you guys are all having a positively wonderful evening. Praxis, Taliogoro, Orbital Air. I'm glad you're all there. And if you're watching over on X, give us a shout also. Would love to hear from you. Now I'm going to warn you guys. Matt Sherman, hello. How are you? I'm going to warn you guys. I have a slight kitchen crisis going on right now. I may have to jump up and, hello, Rory, dash into the kitchen to tend to what's going on during the show. Hopefully, I won't have to. I'm a little zoomed in. Am I where I need to be? Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. But anyway, welcome, one and all. So this is our second live stream. The only one, the second only one that I am doing in the month of December. I am doing 2 more. I should have said the second of 4 of only 4 I'm doing in December. So I'm doing 2 more, one next week, and then Christmas night, I will be having a live stream then. Myself and special guest Mrs. the Dungeon Delver will be joining me right here in Holiday Central, and I hope you guys will all tune in for that one as well. So let me tell you, Dungeoneer says, it's not Christmas till Dungeon Claus comes down the chimney. That's right. Let me tell you what's going on. If you've newly subscribed or if you've missed out on a little bit of info, if you're just tuning in this Christmas season for the first time, let me tell you what we'll be doing. But before I get to that, let me just ask you a favor. If you're just tuning in, if you're watching over on X, if you are watching us here on YouTube and you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notification about when this and all of our other live streams and interstitial videos or newsy videos, all that kind of fun stuff happens. It is really super helpful. But let me explain what we're doing. You guys have been so wonderful throughout the year. You are why I do this. Even if there was just one of you, I would still do this. But if there were none of you, well, I wouldn't. So I want to give back. A lot of you guys helped make 2023 just an absolutely wonderful year. And so this year I thought, you know what? I'm going to give back a little bit. And it's not much. I will tell you that right now. So for the month of December, I will be giving you guys a little bit of a gift. And what we did the first week, we had a drawing. I took down the names of everyone in the chat, whether you're over on X or whether you're over here on YouTube. I took down everyone's name and everyone who wanted to participate in the drawing. I put your names on a list and we rolled a dice equal to the number of people participating. And the number I got, they got the gift. Last week's gift was a miniature Pac-Man machine. Not unlike that one that you see behind me there. This week's gift is something different. and we will not know until I draw it, if the person who wins wants me to tell the folk who got it. Now, there may be a weird number of you, 29 of you, 27, 36, 43, may want to participate. I don't actually have a physical dice with that many people on it. And you can't say, oh, well, there's 30 people, just roll 3d10. I actually have a d30 that I could dig up, so that would actually work. But as a 33, just roll 3d10 and a d6 or something like that. Well, I can't do that because that guarantees that persons 1 and 2 wouldn't have a shot at all. So I'm using our automatic die roller. I'm using our automated die roller over on the Discord. So if I have a strange number of you guys who want to have a crack at tonight's gift, I can roll it. I will show you guys the screenshot of it, so everything is above board, and then I will tell you who won it. Now, the person who won it, if you want to know tonight what you've gotten, I will tell you. And something else I will mention. It is busy. So while these are Christmas gifts, and you will receive them, I can't guarantee that you're going to get them before Christmas. So if you're like, I want to be surprised, maybe it would behoove you. You are going to get it. You are going to receive it. I would very much like it if you were a subscriber to the show. Because if you're just a random person out there in the ether watching online, just even if you click subscribe, you find out if you win or didn't, and you don't click subscribe. But I can't really tell if you are or not. So maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But this is for the people in the audience. It's kind of like The Price is Right. They can't guarantee that the people, are like constantly watch CBS or NBC or whatever channel it runs on, So, so I would very, very, very much appreciate it if you were a subscriber, but I do not require that you are a subscriber. So this is what we're going to do. Don't do it yet. Don't start typing it in yet. I could lose what you post. I'm going to put this up on screen. When I say go, I want you to enter this. Hey, James Lowry, happy holidays to you. I want you to enter on screen. I want you to type gift 2024. You're all of you who want to participate, you're going to type in gift 2024, and I'm going to put your name on a list in the order you entered. Now, whether you're the first person or the last person, you will have the same odds as anyone else. Kenneth, don't do it yet. I'm not counting that. Guys, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. I will miss this. I'm talking. This could scroll off. I'm not writing down a single name until the bottom of the hour. I am not writing a single name down until I say go. Until I say go, don't do it. False start, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down. That's right, Jeremy. So, hey, Meteor Key Press, you're in Halifax. Excellent. I got this from my in-laws when they visited up there. I'm on the opposite end of the East Coast from you. Let me see. That way is north. I think. Is that way north? Yeah, that way's north. Hello. Hello. But anyway, so you're going you're going to enter when I say to, not now, but when I say to, you're gonna enter gift 2024, and I will write your names down. I will put your names in a list. We'll roll the die just before the top of the hour, and the winner gets the gift. Now, something else I am going to tell you. Oh my God, Dungeoneer, I will boot you. No, I'm just kidding. One thing I will tell you is we will go from the bottom of the hour to 15 till. During that time, I'm just going to be typing and saying, hey, if you want to, if you want a chance to win. Oh my God, north of the Rockies. It's like you're all 11 or something. While I'm typing, I will just be repeating the instructions. Only enter one time. I promise you, when I start it, I will get your entry. I will get your entry. So basically, it'll be 15 minutes. And again, guys, first, middle, last, it doesn't matter. I am rolling on D number of you guys that enter. And it is a random number generator. So it doesn't matter if you do it first, last, whatever. So do not Dungeoneer 10. Okay, sorry, you're like a 10-year-old. And we're going to do that at the bottom of the hour. That's a little more than 15 minutes from now. I'm not doing funky math with actual physical dice. I mean, I wish, again, if we happen to get exactly 10, 20, 30 people, I'll dig up the appropriate die and roll it, and we'll see it on screen. But we will use the on-screen die roller, and we will I will show you guys. I will screen grab what I roll, and I will show it to you guys so that you'll know that I'm not, I'm not messing with you. So we've got a little bit to go. Again, if you are watching over on X, formerly Twitter, you can participate too. This isn't just for folks on YouTube. I see your chats. I've got Twitter open over here. So fear not. Do not think that you're going to be left behind. I'll probably take these live streams down at the end of the holidays, except for the Christmas special when Mrs. the Dungeon Delver is in the house. And the reason is, well, there's a couple of reasons. One, it's a Christmas special. And two, Mrs. the Dungeon Delver has picked the fourth gift. She herself, she was like, Bill, have you gotten all the gifts? I said, well, I've gotten two of them. I'm going to get the third one next week. And she was like, I would like to donate the fourth gift. So I don't know what it'll be. Hey, Elizabeth, good to see you. So she has actually chosen it, and I'm excited about that. So we will do the last gift live stream on Christmas night, and she will let us all know what it is that someone will get if they decide to, if that person says, yes, I want to get, I want you to tell me on stream what it is I got. You don't have to. You could let it be a total surprise, and I will honor that. But I will tell, like after the Christmas season, like on Christmas night, like if tonight's winner says, no, I don't want I don't want the gift revealed. I want it to be a surprise. And then next week's is the same way. I after the holiday season, I will say, hey, it was this, and this. Last week's, which I haven't shipped out yet. They will get shipped out as quickly as I can. Like I said, last week's, you know what? It's sitting right over here. I will show it. Hang on. Just so you don't think, oh, he's giving away 3D printed items or something, something like that. Last week's was the, who makes this? This is Jack's Arcade, Microplayer, My Arcade, mini Pac-Man machine. It's got an lovely LCD screen there. It's got the same graphics that the classic arcade cab had. Now, one thing I can tell you, this is a very cool feature. That joystick, if you're more used to a D-pad, that joystick just unscrews right out. It's just a little like M3 screw. You just give it a little firm little twist, and then you're playing classic Pac-Man. Tonight's gift is completely different. Tonight's gift isn't that. But I hope whoever gets it will enjoy it. So we are coming up here, and I'm just going to scroll through the chat and catch up with anything that you guys might have said to me that I might have missed, other than those of you who jumped on the entries too quick. Which again, from 10 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago, whatever, I'm not taking those entries. I'm not counting those. Orbital Air, hello. So I already said hello to you. Jorge Uribe, good to see you. Love to you, Elizabeth. It was Elizabeth's birthday just a couple of days ago. Everybody give Elizabeth Stranger a happy birthday wish right now, please. Birthday wishes in the chat. Wonderful Wizard of Games. Good to see you. North of the Rockies. I wish I still had my Pac-Man Fever 45. Had it on 45, and the flip side was the instrumental version. But I really do wish I had the Buckner and Garcia album. They had the whole thing was coin-op video game themed songs. And the thing about it was, so apparently they just wanted to make a one-off novelty song, Pac-Man Fever. The record label was like, hey, can you do a whole album? And they were like, here's thousands of dollars. Oh, okay. So yeah, but let's face it, nobody remembers another single track off that. But I do remember the album cover. The album cover was just a zoomed in photo of a Pac-Man game in progress. It was just so cool looking. Kabuki waited in line for 2 hours on a Saturday afternoon to get Pac-Man for the 2600, and they played that song nonstop. There is actually a Pac-Man homebrew for the 2600, whether you've got a 2600, a 7800, which can play 2600 games, a Retrocade, any number of emulators, any number of the reissues of 2600s that can play cartridges, which there are a few. I think there's a new 2600 release that either came out or is coming out. Yeah, you can whack that homebrew cart on there, or file on there, and play it, and it's actually pretty good. The ghosts still flicker, but good Lord, is it better than what Atari made. They made more Pac-Man cartridges than they had made and sold 2600s. It was it was part and parcel of, oh, you got your glasses, you can see the stream without standing 2 inches from your TV. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Miss Pac-Man for the 2600 was good. There's a huge difference between Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Joanna Shipley joining us from X. Well, not from X, but Joanna and I chat occasionally on X. Venture was a good one. Venture kind of helped scratch that fantasy gaming itch just a little bit. I liked Miss Pac-Man better too. I was actually better at Turbo Miss Pac-Man than I was at Pac-Man. Turbo Miss Pac-Man was the bizom. I quite liked it. We are 8 minutes out from the start, by the way, guys. 8 minutes out. The mazes changed. You had to chase down the fruit. I just thought it was the better game. Now, I did like the cutscenes in Pac-Man better. And I like the music for Pac-Man better. But I liked the boards. And I like the fact that I think, was it every 8th board you got red dots? Somebody check me on that. But you got red dots and red power pellets. There were a lot more death traps though, and they were bigger. Death trap being where basically, you can have a ghost behind you and a ghost in front of you, and there's no place to go. You're stuck going up, down, left, or right. Miss Pac-Man had more of those. Pac-Man 3. You know what one just absolutely threw me? Oh, you don't have to be on your good behavior, Joanna. You can have fun over here. We like to have fun. Good, clean fun. But I liked I liked Pac-Man Jr. was good. Pac-Man Jr. was another strange one. Like, you could get a pellet that would make you like huge, and it would cause the aspect ratios of the ghosts to be weird, and then they couldn't get you while you were huge. But Pac-Man Pinball was a hybrid Pac-Man and pinball game. And if you if you exited the bottom of the maze, it would drop a ball, and you'd have to play pinball to a certain point till you could go back in the maze, and then fight the ghost. Very interesting. Sears made an Atari. That's right, the Sears Video Arcade. Spy Hunter was a fine game. Spy Hunter was a really good game. Wow, 120 folks out there. 120 folks out there. 86 of you guys 87 of you guys watching on X, which leaves math 30 some of you watching over here on YouTube. Have I seen the trailer for the insane looking Pac-Man game from the Game Awards? Alien Dude. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that. Kabuki owns a Sears Telegame Atari clone. Very cool. My favorite arcade game, though, hands down, was Midway's Wizard of War. I loved Wizard of War. That 4-bit Votrax voice, the fact that you could play multiplayer, like at the same time, you could play co-op, or you could turn it into a deathmatch game while you're fighting monsters. Let me tell you, nothing pushed the cortex. Nothing got you right in the amygdala like nailing the wizard and the screen flipping out, that static arpeggio going, and Wizard of War strobing on the screen. Man, that was a good game. That was hands down my favorite arcade game of all arcade. People are like, oh, if you could have an arcade game in your house, what would you have? Would you have Asteroids or Pac-Man? Wizard of War every time. Every time. Loved Wizard of War. Joust was a great game too. I could only play Joust to the point where the unbeatable pterodactyl showed up. I think the total number of times I whacked that damn pterodactyl ever was twice. Because you had to get him just above the beak. And his head was like 3 pixels tall above the beak. So you had to get a 1 pixel thick line that was about 1 centimeter long onto a spot 2 pixels high. It was like the guys who designed those games that rip you off. Like you think you're going to win an iPad or a DSLR or a PlayStation 5 out of the claw machines, and they're designed to fail. They're designed to not pay off. They're not designed to pay off. They never pay off. Like their forefathers made that damn game. Because like I would see the pterodactyl come up and I'd just be like if my sister was like, oh, we got to go, mom's waiting in the car or what, I'd just be like, yeah, I'll just be done in a minute. You know, die, respawn, done. So now Gauntlet was a great game. Gauntlet scratched the same itch that Wizard of War did. Gauntlet very much did that. Centipede was a good one. Battlezone. I love the first 3D first-person video game. Arcade game, I should say. Arcade game. Maze War on the Plato system, I think preceded it by a year, but I could be wrong. I'd have to look that up. Yeah, Jeremy knows what time it is. Elf shot the food. Wizard needs food badly. Or when you just go in as the fighter, you had all those hit points and you're like, I am tired of that ghost generator. You just wade in and just hacking stuff. And the voice would say, I've not seen such bravery. Loved that. And by the way, the guy who designed that at Atari, yes, he and his coworkers were D&D players, and they wanted to get some kind of D&D experience into the arcade. So that's why we have Gauntlet as a fantasy game. But Gauntlet was a great game. There was a good upward scrolling shooter called Commando. That was a real good one. There was a way to get infinite points on Commando. Although Taito did release a fixed ROM that some arcades and other places got, the 7-Eleven near my house never got the fixed ROM. So I could literally just stand there and play Commando. While I play, I could just tap the fire button in Commando and play Pac-Man. But there were like 2 trees. There was like a little trio of trees. And if you went to the one in the right corner of the trio and just pushed all the way against it, that section of the screen, they could never get a grenade or a bullet to you. And you could just stand there and tap the fire button. And every time the enemy soldiers would run down towards you, you could just slay them. So that was a good one. I never did the Mac Dungeoneer. I have been meaning to set it up. I don't know. Tetris is a great game. But I never gamed on the Mac. I've been meaning to set up a Mac emulator and try some of that tiny subset of games, usually adventure and RPG kind of games that were only ever available for the black and white Macs. I would like to try those. Folks, it is the bottom of the hour. If you wish to enter the drawing for tonight's gift, please type, as you see it on the screen, gift 2024. Please type gift 2024 if you wish to enter. We will go to the quarter hour. Do not worry that you might have been skipped. I will scroll back and I will see them all. All right. Now, I will ask you, please only enter your name once. I will check for duplicates. Trying to make sure I spell everyone's name. I'm doing this on the same night as the Heisman contest. Yeah, well, that doesn't mean a bunch to me tonight. Rory is sitting this one out. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so far on the list, if you do not hear your name called, let me know. I have Wheeling Dragon, Ricky Maru, Jeremy Rule, Dungeoneer, Michael Connor, Damien X247, Orbital Air, Kabuki Kid, Pauper Knight, Wonderful Wizard of Games, Gary Bovey, Daniel Rowan, Zachary Melvin, Graph Paper Architect, North of the Rockies, Michael Dale, Matthew Sherman, Elizabeth Stranger. Jorge is in. All right, 19. All right. Jorge, if you win, and hey, I wish everybody could win, but Jorge, if you win, I will talk to you and we will see if we can get you a drop ship of your gift, but I will make it work. Kanek. All right. I've got you in there. You did not, Ricky. I thought I sounded off, but here, so far, let me go back through the list. Wheeling Dragon, Ricky Maru, Jeremy Rule, Dungeoneer, Michael Connor, Damien X247, Orbital Air, Kabuki Kid, Pauper Knight, Wonderful Wizard of Games, Gary Bovey, Daniel Rowan, Zachary Melvin, Graph Paper Architect, North of the Rockies, Michael Dale, Matthew Sherman, Elizabeth Stranger, Jorge Uribe, and Kanek 1. Right now, and look, I'm not dissuading or discouraging anyone from entering. I want you to enter. But right now we have exactly 20. So, I could roll this on a D20 and you guys could see it. So, we have 10 minutes left. If you're just tuning in, or you want a shot at this, type gift 2024 in the chat so I can see your name. If you're over on X, if you're over here on YouTube comments, type it in. If you want a chance to win, it says there's 126 people. Now, I know that a lot of those views, the 94 views over on Twitter, are not actually active right now. I don't expect 126 people to try their hand. I'll use a spin down. But we've got a little 15 minutes here. You know what? In anticipation, North of the Rockies. Merry Christmas. This is totally not a bribe. North of the Rockies. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me find. You know what? I know exactly the die we're going to roll if it stays at 20. Last Christmas's, this is like an actual like piece of stone, piece of marble, D20. If it stays at 20. If it doesn't, hey, if you're like, well, he wanted it to be 20 so he could roll a special die, I guess it won't enter. No. If you're the 21st person, and time is no object. Like if you get in, you know, I am not that professor, that a-hole professor that we all saw the social media post about. If you guys don't know about this infuriated me. Basically, a guy retweeted his exchange with his professor. He turned a paper in 15 minutes before it was due. And he got docked 16 points for turning it in late. He points out that he turned it in 16 minutes before the due date, the late date. And the professor in question responded with, I'm not changing your grade. You turned this in very near the deadline. You very nearly were late with this, and that shows a lack of responsibility. In the future, turn your papers in a timely fashion. I would have me, my phone, my paper, screenshots on Alex or whatever system he's using of when he got that would have been right down at the dean's office. If you set a due date, I don't care if it comes in 0.6 of a second before that due date hits. The power company is more forgiving. 16 points. I'd be on that department head's desk, standing there. Oh, yeah, Joanna. Joanna's over on X, same as I am. You might have actually seen it. Yeah. My choice words would have started with an F. 35 pieces of flair. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, but if it's I got to scroll back and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sorry. Let's see. There's North of the Rockies. Has anyone said anything since that? Because that was when I started looking around. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you're going to set a due date, then set the due date. If the due date was the day before, if the due date and due time was the day before, then that's when it should have been set. I don't like that you turned it in the 11th hour is not an no. It's like pulling around to the drive-thru and you're fishing for your card and the McDonald's kid says, oh, you didn't get your card out too fast. I'm canceling your order. If you're going to set a due date, if the due date was the previous day minus 15 minutes to midnight, then that's when it should have been set. I want it turned in early is just you saying this is the due date. Then your so-called deadline is meaningless. It's not late though, Rory. It's not late. I don't know. You know what? It's Christmas and we're not going to worry about it. 3 more minutes, guys. 3 more minutes. But I think we're that. Joanna, do you want in on tonight's gift? But anyway, so you have a perfect 20 now. We are rolling it on this day. Do you guys want to see the D20, assuming it stays at 20? I'll show you guys the die. This is a beautiful die. This came in a set that Mrs. the Dungeon Delver gave me. That is a little hard to read. That is a little hard to read. After I roll it, though, I won't touch it. You'll see my big dome get in the way because I'll lean down. I won't pick it up and, do like that to try and show it to you guys. It's a little hard to read on camera. But we'll talk about happy things for the next couple of minutes. Needs more light on it? Maybe. It is a nice die. It's got some good heft to it. Even when I get back to gaming, the gold numbers on it, though, they aren't deeply engraved. I think they're actually just painted on the surface because these are some pretty intricate designs. I would not use this on the regular. This is like a nice dice-shaped Christmas decoration. So I will look over. I will not move it except maybe so I can catch the light on the number better. Honestly, Wonderful Wizard of Games, this is a great question. I'm going to be a mensch. I will let the timer go a few extra minutes, but we are stopping at the top of the hour. Any good resources to suggest online for Beck Me if I'm possibly going to be playing it for the first time soon? Yes. Go subscribe to the Dungeon Ministers channel. I mean that sincerely. Go subscribe to the Dungeon Ministers channel unless you specifically mean exactly rules things. I believe it's supported on Roll20 if you're looking for digital character sheets. Ron Livingston, by the way. We haven't rolled it yet, Dungeoneer. Don't worry, we haven't rolled it yet. I would grab a flavor of basic off of DriveThruRPG. Unless you want Holmes Basic. It's not available anywhere as far as I know. Does anyone have any of those crazy liquid core dice? I do, Michael Dale. I, in fact, do, and I will show them off to you guys right now. Let's see. You know, I think this one is Christmassy, and it might be a little bit more readable. Let me show you guys this one. But I will show off my liquid core dice since you asked. I don't know if you guys can even hear me. Here we go. Those are all liquid core dice. What about, I think this D20 better, yeah? That's like a snow globe D20. Last year when we were doing the Christmas dice advent calendar, I got those as a gift from the folks at Dudragao. You know, back when we were doing dice sets created by humans. So St. Elsewhere. Yeah, hey, good call, Kabuki. Oh God, does that mean we're part of the Tommyverse? Oh man. Yikes. What is it, like 8 or 10 realities are all fake if the Tommyverse is real? So yeah, all these dice, they're little snow globes. Oh, I don't have the, oh yeah, I do have the table cam set up. Friday's mage game got weirder. Had to capture a devil-worshipping mage and a corporate executive and hand them off to an eldritch being tied to fear in order to save Halloween. I like it. You know, Michael, I don't know. I honestly don't know if they're biased. I'm not one of those guys that has like warm salt water he floats his dice in. So, I mean, like if this D20 always rolled 15, if this D20 always rolled 15, yeah, I would say that's biased. But, you know, have I ever rolled it enough to know, like, hey, that seems to roll 15 a lot? No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's a bubble in it, so that means that the liquid does kind of settle on one side, but then I'm going to give it a good roll, so. Howie Mandel was cast in St. Elsewhere, and he didn't even understand why. He was funny and popular. All right, folks. To quote the man, I am pushing the changes locked out button. It is 10 minutes to the hour. In 5 more minutes, we are going to roll the Snow Globe D20. I've decided it will be the Snow Globe D20. What I do with I'm going to put the marble D20 back to bed in the little Fox 3D printed dice holder. I will be rolling the Snow Globe D20 here in just a few minutes. The RNG on Roll20 rolls low. I don't know. I do know someone who created a die roller. Actually, it's Jeremy Rule sitting out there in chat. So I don't know. I don't know how he wrote the die roller in Familiar, which is a online die roller we have on my Discord channel. So I don't know if he just grabbed a Funk Rand tool out there in Python. Written in Python, running on AWS. That's right. Well, I mean, I know it's written in Python, but I don't know. But I mean, if it's running on an Amazon web server, the compute power's there. The compute power's there. I'm not terribly worried about it showing bias. But anyway, yeah, just a few more minutes. You got to watch out for those owl bears, Dungeon Minister. You got to watch out for those owl bears. Let me tell you what. We are coming up here, guys, on just about the time. We are locked in with the number of folks we have. We have 20. We have exactly 20 vying for tonight's gift. And we will roll the D20. Now, if you don't win tonight, don't be down. We have 2 more chances. Next week and then the week after on Christmas night. On Christmas night, you have so you've still got 2 more shots. The odds are they're pretty good because if you won last week, it's 1 per household. So we're getting ready to go here in just a second, guys. Just a few more minutes. We're going to go at 55 minutes on my clock. 55 minutes. You guys nervous? Anyone nervous? So we have the snow globe dice, little D20 snow globe. We're going to be rolling this. That's right. You got a 5% chance tonight. That's better than your odds at the lottery. You got a 1 in 20 chance of winning tonight. A 1 in 20 chance of winning tonight. Better than your Powerball odds. Daniel Rowan needs a W. Alrighty, guys. Anybody traveling for Christmas? Anyone leaving their home, getting ready to go spend some? I always wanted to travel like up to the Northeast, up to like Colonial Williamsburg, settle into a little inn. Just spend like 10 days up there over Christmas. Bring a little tree, all the presents. Sit in the lobby down by a fireplace. That'll never happen. I'll never have that kind of. Dungeon Minister is working Christmas. Padre, you put in the hours, man. You knew it was a risk when you put on the collar. What do you mean? No. Jorge, where you are, you can't go south. It's only north. Every direction from where you're at is north. Cape Breton. Now I'm just trolling you? I'm not trolling anybody. Oh, that's wonderful, Pauper Night. Tomorrow night, Mrs. Dungeon Delver and I are going to the local cinema, and we are going to watch the 1954 classic White Christmas. That's right. 70 years since it was released. I'm excited about that. He can swim. Ricky's like, he can swim. All right. Guys, here we go. This is it. This is for all the money. Going to switch over to table cam. We are rolling the Snow Globe D20, and we are getting a 17. A 17. You can all see it there. A 17. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's gift winner of the 2024 holiday gift drawing. Come on down, Matthew Sherman. Matthew Sherman, congratulations. You have won tonight. Matthew Sherman had number 17. Merry Christmas to you, Dying Breed. Merry Christmas. That's Matt Sherman with the win for tonight's gift drawing. Matt, would you like to know what you've won? Would you like to see your gift, or would you like it to be a surprise? I will tell you what you've won if you'd like to know. I'm waiting on you. Yes, please share it. Okay. So, folks, what Matthew has won is the 50th anniversary Icons of the Realm Red Dragon, the classic Red Dragon miniature. A wonderful conversation piece or an excellent foe to place upon the desktop in any number of fantasy tabletop games. That's right, Matt Sherman. That one's yours, buddy. Congratulations, my friend. Matt, I want you to reach out to me on social media. You can contact me. You can DM me over on X. You can message me on over on Discord, or you can shoot me an email. My email address should be going across tomorrow. Yes, that is right, Kabuki. That is from, in fact, I have one, just as I have a Pac-Man machine. You guys remember my long groaning and bitching about this. You know what? I'll put it here so you guys can kind of get a glimpse of it. But you should see my email address going across the bottom of the screen. However you want to contact me, I will set you up and I will get that mailed out. I will not guarantee that it will get to you before Christmas, but thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Next week, I will, at some point next week, it may be earlier in the day, it may be earlier in the week. I don't know. We don't know. I want you to reach out to me or not reach out to me. I want you to tune in when I drop that live video notification and take a swing at the bleachers and see if you win the prize. Until then, everyone, and if I don't see you next week or the week after, happiest of holidays, merriest blessings of the season to you all. And remember, if you're cold, they're cold, bring them in. Of course, I'm talking about nature's friends, the owl bear. Love you all. Good night. Oh, and before I forget, big ups. Thank you very much, North of the Rockies, for the $10 super. Take care.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow.